Good evening. So you've had a little bit of trouble since you've joined the Illuminati. That's not uncommon. We're going to rectify that today. And I'm very glad you've come to visit me today to rectify this issue. Don't mind the hum of our grand, high-capacity computers around you. They're here for a reason. They're here for your protection. So, do not fear our supercomputers. Welcome them into your life. Now, you were referred to me by my dear friend. I'm bringing her up on my terminal at this very moment. Her name is Kathy, and her code name is Lady Green Eyes ASMR. I see she sent you with a list of questions for me. This will prove that my identity with the New World Order within the Illuminati is real. I'm not fake. These are tough questions. I've already perused them. Kathy is an exquisite example of how to carry yourself as a lady. And she's multi-talented, has many facets to her incredible personality. I hope you'll take the time to check out all the creative endeavors she pursues. She also makes some of the finest handcrafted jewelry I've ever seen. I've bought some for my wife, and that's not a lie. She'll attest to that. Okay. Now, what Kathy told me was that you and two other people, and those two other people need tagged. You need tagged so that we can track your movements. And what we're going to do is insert some microchip technology into your body, into the mainframe of your mind. Yes. And we're going to get to the bottom of why you're being followed. Basically, we're going to wire you with some sensors, recording devices, for your own protection and for the protection of the New World Order. Do you comply with this request? The choice is up to you. Very well, then we will proceed. Now, as far as tagging you, we must also tag these two other individuals that have been marked. Society is following their movements, and they need to be tracked properly for their own protection, and the New World Order provides that. Now, as Kathy of Lady Green Eyes ASMR was sent to me by D's Knees ASMR, I in turn will tag two more. One, a relatively new artist new to the New World Order, and new to the ASMR field, bringing comfort and uniformity to mankind. Yes. And I tag ASMR Paradise. I will put links for you below so you'll know who I'm talking about. And then I tag a longtime ASMRtist who is quite good, a fantastic addition to the New World Order, a fellow member, still an initiate of the Illuminati, but rising fast in degrees within our society. And that person would be Calming Escapes ASMR. She's a tremendous personality and actress, and I believe she will bring great honor to our order, our secret order. Yes. Do you know where this comes from, young person? No. Look up the paintings, the medieval paintings of Spanish artist El Greco. Look inside his paintings and you'll see this. The hands of the Lord, the Son of Man, being removed from the cross. And people in his paintings, their fingers together, a sign for everyone to see. Yes. I don't make this stuff up. It's there. All of secret societies, as much as they protect themselves, they are still recorded in the human lineages, the human histories. It's our fault as humans that we record, that we remember, that we tell. There truly are no secrets. There is no secret. There is only a search for the truth. So let me get this wire and get it attached to you, and we'll ask your first question. Okay. Very good. To prove who I am, she asked you to ask me these 14 questions. And the first one is, how old are you? Well, that's the simplest one to answer. I'm 48 years old. I was born January 7th, 1968. So I'm an old bastard. That's how I got up so high inside the organization. I was able to spend most of my life devoted to the cause. Now, what's the next thing? The next question is, hopefully, what's your favorite color? I do not have a true favorite color, but if I was to pick, it would be orange or black. That would be my favorite color. We're going to insert some nanobots into your body. Some nanobots. Hold still while I insert this into your neck. Looks like I'm pumping air into your neck, but in reality, I am pumping invisible nanotechnology. Invisible to the naked human eye. Look at that. I bet you didn't expect it to be invisible. No one expects a secret society to truly be invisible in the real world, do they? No. No, they never do. Your next question. What is my favorite drink? Oh, of course, my favorite non-alcoholic beverage of choice is the chosen drink of the Illuminati, and that is Coca-Cola. am severely addicted to Coca-Cola because I am part of the New World Order. And I drink it a lot. Now, for health reasons, I quit drinking soda pop for 1 full year. Recently, I've fallen back on it. I've backslid, fell off the wagon. It's funny that a person could be more addicted to carbonated beverages than alcohol or drugs. It's amazing. It truly is, but that's the truth. Now, as far as alcoholic beverages, I always keep a good supply of Keystone Ice handy in my refrigerator. I prefer it. Okay. Next question. I do not drink hard liquor, by the way. I don't like it. I will drink gin on occasion. I like gin. That's the only hard liquor I like, and I'll occasionally have a shot of tequila. And that's it. I do not like whiskey at all. Favorite food. My favorite food is ice cream. I also love cheeseburgers, so I think that's a close second. But I love ice cream. You can tell by my thin, girlish figure that I've partaken of my favorite food quite often. I love ice cream. Do you like ice cream? You love ice cream. Well, what's your favorite flavor then? Very nice. And there's nothing better in the world than a hot fudge sundae with whipped cream and cashews. Cashews. That's the trick. And then you take the salt shaker and you shake the salt shaker over the sundae like you're salting, say, French fries. The salt, the cashews, and the ice cream mixing with the hot fudge is decadent, to say the least. Absolutely decadent. I'm not joking. Try it sometimes. My least favorite food. My least favorite food is chitlins. That's right. I've actually had chitlins. I've actually had some hog jowls and some pickled pig feet. And you'd have to hold me down with a gun to my head and use a floor jack to open my mouth to get me to put any of that shit in my mouth again. I won't even let somebody cook chitlins in my presence. I would probably stick a very sharp pencil in their neck. Chitlins are nasty. They have poop in them. No matter what anybody tells you, chitlins' children have poop inside them. There you go. And now you know why I won't eat chitlins. And it's my least favorite food. In fact, if I find out that you have anything to do with chitlins, you are out of the New World Order. Do I make myself clear? Crystal? Thank you. Crystal clear. Very good. Favorite? Least favorite food? Favorite ASM artist? One of my favorite ASM artists no longer does work for the Illuminati and the New World Order, so I'm going to leave them out. But we've lost a lot of artists over the years. Currently, some of my favorite artists are Bluewhisper, Peacefulmindasmr, and I really enjoy this young lady. She is my all-time favorite right now, Ardra Neals, ASMR. Ardra Neals is, to me, the epitome of what an ASM artist should be and should do. She's a very brave soul. I envy her skill. I envy her drive. and her determination in all things in her life. I admire her greatly for her work ethic. She is someone to be honored amongst our order and not vilified. I believe she's raised the bar for all women in ASMR to be brave, strong, determined. I feel this way about several artists like Heather Feather and a few others. Accidentally Graceful is another one that comes to mind. Very brave women, very strong women, very forthcoming with their opinions. They think out their opinions, and they speak wisely when they do have something to say. But in my mind, out of all the artists that do this work, Ardra Neals is someone I watch every single video she makes from beginning to end. And I usually don't make it to the end, so I have to watch it over because I fell asleep. That's very true. And I love her to death as a friend and a mentor. She probably doesn't think of herself as a mentor towards me, but she is. She is. She's very important to me. She's like if she was my daughter, if my sons were to bring home a girl like her, I would be happy because I know my sons would be okay because she would be making sure everything was right. She's a tough girl, a tough person, and I do admire her greatly. And she's very high in the order because she is so skilled at diplomacy and so well loved by everyone. If you don't like Ardra Neals, there is something fundamentally wrong with your mind, and you need to have it examined. You need to have your head carved open with a saw and your mind examined in great detail. There's something wrong with you. So, just letting you know. Okay. So there you go. Now you know. Favorite animal. My favorite animal is the domesticated dog. I love the domesticated dog, and I believe right now I possess the greatest dog ever born, my Lab Beagle mix, Sir Patrick Swayze. He is a loyal, trusting, and strong little man dog, and we love him to death. We hate his sister Blondie, the little tiny white cockapoo. She's disgusting, but she's okay. And we have a nasty animal called Jack the cat, who I want to strangle at times. I can't tell you how many times I want to strangle that cat. I will never have another domesticated cat in my house until the day I die. I've made everybody in my house promise the same thing. He's definitely broke us. We don't want anything to do with cats ever again. That's also another question. How many pets do you have? So we're not going to ask that one again. So I've answered 2 questions there. And the next one is, favorite time of the year. My favorite colors are orange and black. I believe that's because the fall is my favorite time of the year. I love Halloween. I love going to haunted houses. I work a job that keeps me very busy, keeping the New World Order in the right frame of mind in society, and then power along different party lines and governments of the world, looking for our one nation world state. It's very hard to do this, and I find the fall the most relaxing time. I love summer, spring, winter for various reasons, but in the fall, I love Halloween and the witching hour as it approaches. The great evils of the world combine to bring mankind to justice, to enlightenment. I love Halloween. And I haven't been to a haunted house in a long time. I can't get anybody to go with me, and it's very disturbing. It really makes me sad. And I just love going to those things. And there's a lot in my area. Where we live, there's a lot of those places to go. The haunted schoolhouse in Akron, and the haunted fairgrounds in Canfield. And I haven't been in a couple years, so, or more even, probably. So it is a sense of sadness and despair that I probably never will go again. I can't go alone. I don't want to talk about it. I used to be a great American football fan, but I do not like American football anymore. I can't stand it for various reasons, mostly because I'm used to be a Cleveland Browns fan, and I'll just leave it at that. If you know anything about American football, that's a good reason. I love the Ohio State Buckeyes. Love the Ohio State Buckeyes. And I am a huge fan of the Cleveland Cavaliers, even back when Mark Price played for them. And that non-NWO member, Michael Jordan, he's always against us. He stopped the Cleveland Cavaliers from attaining a championship, and I've always been resentful of that as a Cleveland fan. So that's why I am a Cleveland fan, first and foremost, in most sports. And I love boxing, but boxing really sucks now. So, in fact, I can't tell you the last time I saw a boxing match I enjoyed. I'd rather go see amateurs fight. So, how do I spend my downtime? I spend my downtime doing things like this, bringing order to the world where there was once chaos, helping my fellow man with these sensory devices, implanting nanotechnology in people, and making sure the world is safe for our one world government that we're soon to bring into this wretched globe. I'd like to make a small insertion on the side of your head, if I may, so that we may, right here, there we go, small insertion into your robotic sector of your brain. And we're going to insert this cartridge into your mind for recording. Okay, all right, there you go. That doesn't hurt. And then we'll just staple it together, and it'll heal overnight. Your cyborg. There you go. All good as new. There you go. So, on my downtime I do this, and I like going to movies. New World Order has a lot of new movies, like Captain America. I like to see those kind of movies too. I love going to the drive-in because the state of Ohio has a lot of drive-ins, and it's fun to go visit them, help them stay in business, and always buy from the refreshment stand to help support their business, I always say. Okay? Let's see what's next. What kind of car? To be nondescript, to blend into society, I drive a Lincoln Town Car. Yes, I do. I really do. And in my leisure moments, I drive a Chevy Trailblazer. I don't want to appear too audacious with my cars. And as a personal thing, I hate buying new cars because the 2 times I did, they were lemons. So I prefer to buy used cars and just fix them. I can't stand buying new cars. It's just not worth it. Might surprise you, but that's the attitude I take. I would gladly take a used car and build it from the floor up than to buy a new one, and I'm ahead on money doing that. And I don't have a car payment, so I prefer that. So a Lincoln and a Trailblazer. Let's see. How many pets? Favorite music artist. One of my favorite music artists was the late great Prince. Simply Red, ELO, Steely Dan, all members of the NWO, the New World Order. A huge fan of Genesis and Peter Gabriel. And let's see, the sensational Alex Harvey Band. I am a huge, one of the biggest fans of the sensational Alex Harvey Band. You probably never even heard of them, but I grew up in the Cleveland area, Youngstown, Cleveland area. They were very popular toward Ohio a lot, the Cleveland area specifically. Cleveland radio stations played them a lot in the 70s. I knew about the Alex Harvey Band when I was a child, when most people in America didn't even know they existed. That's the truth. So, that's pretty cool. And I love my local artists that people probably have never heard of from Pittsburgh and Cleveland. So, I do keep up on them. The Black Keys, by the way, are an Akron band, Akron, Ohio band. I do like them. And I know the meaning of a lot of their songs because I grew up here. They're steeped in local history. They're a wonderful group of performing artists, musicians who know their lineage, know their heritage. So the Black Keys are very cool. They are. Okay. Reason for starting my ASMR channel. I was a huge fan of ASMR and the New World Order, and I wanted to bring peace to the world. I wanted to help develop the world in a new way. I also thought I was odd. Being 48, middle-aged, balding, heavy, a man, all the things that go against you. If you want to start an ASMR channel, don't be any of the above. Fat, bald, middle-aged, a male. You're going to have trouble finding an audience. But I believe people are smarter than that. I really do. I believe you are smarter than that. If you think you are, please tell me below that you do think you're smarter than that, and you watch my channel because of the high quality of the videos and the interesting creative energy that I bring to it. I'd like to think that you have proven me semi-right. There are male artists that are hugely successful with lots of subscribers and views. I have yet to attain those heights, but I do fairly well for my size right now. And I'm very grateful for everything that's come my way. Very grateful for the people that share, comment, and subscribe to my work. Very grateful. And I try to speak to all of you through the comments section of my videos so that you can connect with me and relate to each other. And that may be something that helps. I don't know. I really don't know. But I do know that I enjoy this. This is fun for me. It's fun bringing people to the New World Order, to bring new sheep into the Illuminati, to add to the fold, to add to the flock, to add to the herd. Oh, makes me so happy. Jazz hands. Ooh. I'm doing it and it's fun. I didn't realize how fun it was until I got in front of the camera. The first time I showed my face and did a Dr. Andrew Michaels role play, and I was smitten. It felt like I should have been doing this my whole life. And I don't want to ruin that for for you, and I don't want to ruin it for myself. Now, there are things that are going to happen in life where we all don't get along, and we're not all friends. But I want you to know that I sincerely didn't want any of that to happen. And I really truly wish we could all just get along, and, if you don't like somebody, you just turn it off. You may notice that there is trolling, but not a lot of trolling on ASMR channels and videos. Not as much as there should be. On YouTube, there's a lot. But the ASMR community doesn't see so much of that. There's a reason for that. There's a big reason for that. And I know the answer. And I'm not lying. Those who are in charge of the trolling sites, they're members of our cause. They're fans of ASMR. They do not appreciate their underlings trolling you. If you ever think there's a lot of trolling on ASMR channels, there's actually very little. Very, very little. We actually do more damage as ASMRtists to ourselves, amongst ourselves, than the actual trolls have ever done. Now, some of the girls are outed for their cam girl and various lifestyle choices. That's different. They made a choice to try this, and they made a choice to quit. I don't envy them or admonish them. There's nothing wrong with people trying to make money for a living. And if that offends you, I'm sorry. But that's the way I feel. I don't look down at anybody for what they do for a living, as long as it's not drug dealer. That's ruining people's lives. You do not need drugs to be in the New World Order. You need technology. You need to be wired for success. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Very good. Let's put this piece around your ear so that you'll be able to hear what's going on. And this one around the other ear. Now you're wired. You're completely wired. Very good. Are we done with questions, or we have one more? Now I have 2 more questions. The next 2 questions I'd like to ask, the 2 artists I asked, ASMR Paradise and Calming Escapes ASMR, I'd like them to answer these 2 questions as bonus questions if they happen to be watching. I'll put them in the description. How does your family and friends feel about you being in a secret society? As ASMRtists. And my second question is, what are your favorite movies? I would love to hear what their favorite movies are. My favorite movies are, of course, superhero movies. That's the future of the world, the future that the NWO plans on bringing forth. Genetic engineered humans that can stop wars, stop individual governments, bring a mandate to the people for civil rights. A global Bill of Rights. Don't you remember when Eleanor Roosevelt did that at the United Nations? You fear the New World Order. You fear the one world government. Children, it's already here. The apocalypse has been here for years. There you go. Once again, I'd like to thank Kathy, Lady Green Eyes ASMR, for tagging me and helping bring you into the fold of the New World Order. My hope is that we can have peace amongst all the nation states under the umbrella of the United Nations, under one world government, where all men and women and children alike share the same rights and privileges as citizens of the world. Yes. Thank you for helping me work towards that. You'll have to come back in a week, and we'll change that recording device in your head, and we'll update your wiring systems as they're needed. The nanotechnology will protect you, and it will shield you from any spying devices. You can pass through a metal detector now safely with the nanotechnology inside your body, and they will not detect our wiring. It does not cover a weapon on the external part of your body, only your wiring technology in the interior of your body. That's what the nanotechnology disguises, so that we can remain a secret amongst unknowledgeable men and women. Thank you. And until I see you again, this is your old friend from the New World Order, hoping beyond hope. That we truly bring peace and one world government to this world. Do you see it? I know you do. I know you do.